and search for people that will teach you what you need to know. And this is why all the way from Kenya, we have a digital strategist, a consultant, and a trainer. So she's not just a digital strategist. She doesn't just know AI, right? She's also a consultant, and she doesn't just consult for just anybody. She consults for entrepreneurs. Why am I listing this? So you know that this is someone that is skilled with what you need to know. And I'm saying it so that when you're also asking questions, you ensure that you answer all your questions right. And then she's also a trainer, right? She's the founder of the Samo Digital Agency and a co-founder of Brand Moran. It's an AI-powered social listening and digital mentoring monitoring platform. She has over a decade of experience, and she ranked 20 in the top 50 experts and creators in marketing and sales in Kenya. She knows her audience, she knows what she's doing, and she's also the founder herself. With impactors, virtual applauses, happiness, emojis, and all that you have, please make welcome Mrs. Eglin for today. I need to see more, vibes. The clap I'm saying is not enough. I need to see a lot. Eglin, I don't know if you can turn on your camera and we can start. Right, I can see. I can't see you yet. I see that your camera is on, but it's still blurry. Not blurry, it's dark.
Okay, I think you can see me now, right?
No.
Oh, really?
Is it me? Let me ask other moderators also. Ladies, can we see her? Let me be sure it's not me. Yeah, we can see you. We can see you. Maybe turn off your video or check maybe your video setting. You can select a camera on your video, but maybe the first camera you see to see if you would show. Let me see if it's something I can fix from my end. So ladies, she's trying to figure it out. While she's trying to figure that out, you all can keep showing us the applauses and getting your notepad. Get your notepad to write while she's trying to fix her video. We can see you now. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm here.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope I'll pronounce your name right, Ekenta. With my Kenyan accent.
We have tried. Ekenta, you were correct to pronounce that well.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you everyone who has joined. I see over 400 people and I'm so impressed. It's quite a privilege to be presenting to you here and facilitating this session. So just allow me will I be able to share my screen from my side, or you'll be the one sharing? I've sent a request to share my screen.
Please proceed. Yes, you can now.
Okay. Just a minute. All right. Oh, thank you so much. As I try. So thank you so much once again. Just to recap on my name for anyone who never got it, it's Eglin Samoei. So you pronounce it as Eglin Samoei. So I'm a digital marketing strategist and trainer based here in Kenya, and founder. It's been quite a journey founding a business, starting out a business here in Kenya. And I think what I can say to you as women is that you really need to put on that grit. You need to put on the consistency, where that in you, if you just need to be consistent, you need to have that grit. You need to have that open-minded mindset, because there is a lot of things that you need to learn and embrace changes as you run your business. So for today, I'll be taking you through the digital leveraging technology and AI to grow and scale your business. So as a business or as an entrepreneur, or maybe you're somewhere thinking, is it the right thing? Should I start my business? Or you have already started your business. So how can you enhance this? Or if you're still in that process, you're still doubting yourself, writing down, should I do it or not? Sometimes it just takes that energy, get started, and then everything will fall into place. But first, so maybe the first question that I would ask, just by show of hands, is anyone here using technology in their business? Probably yes. So the question, the kind of technology that you could be using, it could be something as simple as using WhatsApp. That is the basic and the easiest way that you can do. You'll notice that sometimes when you're doing business or when you're running your business, you'll need to use the basic technologies that you have around you before you scale. You're a startup, you're trying to find your first customer and all that. So in most cases, you'll notice you'll first have to start with what you have. So your social media platforms could be your first place. It could be your Instagram, it could be your Facebook, it could be your X. It could be your WhatsApp for business. It could be the messenger. It could be through word of mouth, through friends. So that's how you enhance and grow your business. So if you, and the thing about where we are now globally, WhatsApp is one of those big or social media platforms or messaging platforms that offers businesses or small businesses opportunities on how they can grow their businesses. So I'll still be talking more about that. But first, when we talk about technology, any kind of technology that you are using, be it the basic ones or enhanced, or maybe at advanced level, what is the importance of this technology? So the first thing, technology is important for efficiency. So as you are doing these things, you're trying to set up your business, you're trying to grow, you're trying to scale your business, you want to use technology so that it can automate the repetitive tasks. So for instance, if you are sending, if you want to send emails or if you want to sell promotions, right now we are headed to, for people who celebrate Christmas. So we are headed to the festive season. So if you're a Christian, you know we are now headed to the festive season. So there are those offers that you want to do. So will you be sending that email one by one? No. So you have to automate in a way that you can use tools such as MailChimp to automate, or the preferred an email or automatic platform that can help you leverage while you still personalize your messages. So if you are sending offers to your community, so you will have to do things like using email, and an email is also a technology. So it just depends on the level on how you understand email marketing. And in every step, just know that if you're doing email marketing, there is deeper into it. Maybe you're just using the basics of sending email. So then you need to learn that there is automation in it. There is personalization. There is hyper personalization. So you need to be doing promotion. You need to be doing offers. So that is the best thing about technology, any kind of technology. So that I've just picked an example of email marketing. Then there is also the element of expanding your reach. So right now, from this platform, we are over 500 or 600. We are from different regions within Africa. So you want to scale, or you want to expand your reach, or maybe you want to target people across the continent or even beyond. So what will you do? Technology enables you to do that. Imagine in a context.
Sorry to interject, so sorry. Please, we have the French people in the room and they're interpreting for them. So if you could go a bit slowly so they can catch up. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry for that. Thank you so much. Okay. So like I was saying, for instance, we have, you want to expand your reach. So you want to reach to different people within the continent. You want to go beyond. So maybe in your country, you are serving your local area well, but at this point, you want to scale your business. You want to reach someone within the country. you want to go beyond the borders. So for instance, if I'm in Kenya, I want to reach my target audience, which is in East Africa. So East Africa, I want to reach someone who is in Uganda. I want to do business with someone who is in Tanzania. I want to do some business with someone who is in Sudan, Somalia. I want to do someone Rwanda and all that, or even West Africa. Maybe I'm selling something that someone in West Africa is interested, someone in the southern part of Africa is interested. So when you use technology, it becomes easier. For instance, if you run ads, I can target someone who is in South Africa. I can target someone who is in Togo. I can target someone who is in Algeria. I can target someone who is in Madagascar through technology. That is through the social media ads, through the paid advertising such as Google ads. I'm sure when you're on YouTube, you've come across ads from countries or targeting you that are not even from your country. So that is the power of technology. And then with these technologies nowadays, like the AI and the automation, the ads, they have been automated. So you can automate, you have the recommendations through the AI on these platforms. So another benefit when it comes to technology for entrepreneurs is using these tools to make to analyze and predict customer behavior. So as an entrepreneur, you want to use these technologies so that you can get data. So data in this context could be something very simple. You want to know when your customers are online. You want to know what products do your customers love. So assuming I'm selling honey, the bee, the honey from the bees. So which package do they love? So maybe I'm packaging it in 500 grams, maybe the one in 1,000 grams. So which one is better based on the data? So if you have a store and an e-commerce website, or maybe you are selling through online shops, so you'll be able to tell which one is selling fast. Or even if you are doing services, you are selling your services, you are a coach, you are a brand specialist, so a personal brand specialist, you'll be able to know what packages do people love, what is the content that they love. If you're a content creator, you'll be able to know what kind of content do people love based on their insights. And the beauty of all these platforms, you will have access to analytics. So if it is social media platforms, each platform has its own analytics. When you go to the web, you will have to use things like Google Analytics. So there is the one that is free, like Google Analytics. You'll have paid options like Hotjar. There is also Adobe Analytics that allows you to understand who are the customers coming to our website, how are they spending, how much time are they spending on the website, which pages are they going through the website. You can even be able to see the real time. So like, for instance, if this event was being held on our website, we were able to see how many people are on this website in real time. So also technology allows you to be ahead of the rest. So assuming we are in a competition, as we do business, you need to understand that it is a competition. So you're trying to sell products. So all of us, let's say we are selling lip gloss. So I have lip gloss. So Chinelo has a lip gloss brand. I have my own lip gloss brand. Anyone else has their lip gloss brand. But we are all selling to our customers. So we have a certain target audience. Maybe we are in the same niche, but it depends on how you package your product, how you sell, the kind of content that you create, and the value in which they get from that product. So if you say maybe the lipstick is made, how long it will last when I put on my lips and all that. So those things that the unique value within your product is that when you are using the social media platforms, or if you're using the digital platforms, you can communicate that, and it puts you ahead above the rest. if you're competing with someone who doesn't have their digital presence already, you will be ahead of them. So, and you can scale your business using these platforms. You can have the data in which it can help you understand your customers better and position your product better. So depending on the industry in which you are, if you're in agriculture, if you're in food, if you are in content creation, if you are in education, technology allows you to do everything that you need to do right now. For efficiency, you can reach more people. You can use analytics to optimize and predict future trends. You can also stay ahead of your competitors. So just to seed is that when you look at what I've talked already, or if you want to leverage technology and grow your business, you have to look at it in 4 ways. So at first, you want to be visible. So what tools will help you be visible? So you have the basics like the social media, then the Google Business My Profile. You have to claim a listing there. So the Google Business Profile is free. It is good for localization. So you can still Google more about that, so that in future, if someone is looking for a restaurant near me, skincare products near me, or something near me, those searches that people are searching on their social media, on their search engines, it becomes easier. You'll appear among the top. If you are selling gas, if you're selling anything, you can always claim a listing on your business profile, and you can include your contacts, you can include your profile, you can place your products and all that. Then also you want to be accessible. If you look at how businesses or consumers are doing, or before they discover a product, so for the younger generation, their preferred platform will be TikTok. So they go and search. So I want to search for, maybe I want to search for a place to visit. Let's say you are in the hospitality industry. So I want places to visit or tours and travel to use. I go to TikTok, or maybe for someone else, depending on what they use, they'll go to Instagram to look for inspo from their favorite content creators, or maybe the tourism industry and all that. After that, they'll normally come to confirm on a website to ensure you are credible. So assuming we have many tour operators or many hoteliers, so or even if you're in the business of the Airbnb, so where will you go? So you want to confirm. So you need to have a place where people can confirm, like a website. I can be able to search it from any country. And then with the website also, there is the element of putting that being mobile first and also adding the translation. So for this context, if you notice you have people speaking French based on your data on your Google Analytics, if you notice you have people from West Africa, if you have French speakers, if you have German speakers, if you have Chinese, you have to ensure that your website can be translated to those languages, Spanish, English, Kiswahili, and all that. Then also you want to ensure that you are sellable. So if you have a business, you want to ensure, besides being visible, yes, you are now accessible, you also want to ensure that you are able to sell on this digital platform. So that if you get an inquiry from somebody, maybe in Cameroon, you are getting an inquiry, oh, I want that product to be delivered. I love that jewelry. How can I get it? So you should be able to ensure that people can be able to find your products online and they can be able to purchase. So having a website or an e-commerce platform for products that you can sell is a plus. Also, as an entrepreneur, as a woman entrepreneur in this digital age, you also need to be smart. Use analytics and automation. So the things the repetitive task, the data that you have, you also need to ensure that you are analyzing that. So that is just the basics, or how you would have to map it when you are the strategies of using technology. So, but going further, now let's look at some of the practical strategies that you can use to leverage to grow your business as an entrepreneur. So first, again, if you look at it, so just having discussed on how you should be, the strategies that you need to be using, you also need to understand your business. So in also in marketing or in, I'm a marketer myself, so most of these things I understand. So you need to understand where you are as a business. If you compare it where you were in the past, so at this point, are you known? If we talk about brand Moran, so is it well known, or at which point of there is what we call the customer journey. So there is at top of the funnel, the awareness and all that, up to the conversion stage. So where are you? So same thing will apply to when it comes to technology. So where are you right now? So you'll find maybe some of you in this in the room are still using the traditional methods, where you are still relying on face-to-face only, word of mouth, and manual record keeping. And then some of the people they're already digital curious. They've now started using tools like WhatsApp, their social media. They have a website. They've come up with a website that they're using for communication, maybe Messenger, depending on which tool or which platform is popular within your country, having the number and all that. Then there are businesses that are already digitally active. So the ones that they have gone full blown, where they're using social media, they're using online payments, they're using digital marketing. Also, when you talk about digital marketing, so in this case, there is social media, there is email marketing, there is content marketing, you are talking of paid ads, search engine marketing, and all that, and name them. And then also for some businesses, they are advanced, or for some entrepreneurs. So they are using all these, and they have also integrated AI tools, automation, and data analytics into their system. They even have their own chatbots. They have created their chatbots to help with automating those queries that you normally get every day and all that. So wherever you are as a business, always ensure that you are trying to move to the next step. If you are still using the traditional methods, try maybe having WhatsApp channel, or maybe having WhatsApp for business, having a social media page, having claiming on Google My Business, or having the Bing listing, the Microsoft Bing listing, and all that. So again, start small as you scale. There is no hurry in trying to be all over and trying to achieve everything. Start small and scale slowly by slowly. And so the first thing that I would talk about, the first kind of technology that you should be using, and it's free for you, is social media. When we talk about social media marketing in this context as a technology or social media, is where you're using social media to market your products for awareness, create awareness, to increase reach, and even for conversions. So social media, there are different types of social media. So there is the meta platforms, which are Facebook, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp. Right now we have Threads, we have X, we have TikTok, we have Snapchat, we have LinkedIn, and we have Pinterest, YouTube, and all that. So when it comes to choosing the right social media platforms, first, it depends on which social media platform is your target audience. You don't have to be on all the social media platforms. No, you just have to be on the social media platforms where your target audience is. Also consider the niche of your business. So if you are in fashion, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok would be ideal for you. Things to do with fitness and all that. So, and if you are doing maybe, if you have maybe, you're doing news and all that, maybe you have a community where you're communicating to people, you're trying to be a content creator and all that. So having to balance, maybe using YouTube, you're using X, and using a platform like TikTok. And then there is, in some situation, if you're doing professional services, maybe coaching, brand, and all that, you'll have to balance using LinkedIn and other and maybe Instagram. So you have to be where your target audience is. Again, consider their ages. So when you are looking at that, you have to map, who are my target audience? What is their age? So for the younger generation, you'll find them mostly in the social media platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, yes, and Snapchat. For some situation, you'll find the older generation maybe in Facebook, again, maybe Instagram and X and all that. But that is not to say that you can't be on those platforms. You can give it a try and then look at your analytics at the end of it, analyze and see, because they provide you with analytics, and look, is this the right platform that I should be in? And then another thing to consider, since we are African, is to ensure that you need to know the top social media platforms that are dominant in your country. So for instance, for us here in Kenya, I wouldn't spend so much time being in a platform like Blue Sky. There is a platform called Blue Sky or Threads, right? So as a business, I wouldn't spend much time there, because I know in Kenya, some of the top social media platforms are Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X. So I'll try to establish my business in those platforms, but not just being in any. So if you look at maybe in the field of, because I understand in a country, our neighbors, like maybe Tanzania, they'll be in platforms like Instagram. So also you need to understand which social media platforms have been banned or restricted in your country. So you don't have to be in the social media platform because you are wasting your time. So also once you've set up your social media profiles and social media accounts on those places, you also need to be futuristic. Don't just go for a personal profile. You need to ensure you are going for business pages. So business pages in this context. So for instance, if you are using Instagram, you'll have to switch your profile to, if you normally check here, once you've used your Instagram, if you notice at the top, there is normally 3 dots. So you click on those 3 dots and switch your profile into business or professional profile, so that you get access to analytics, you get access to maybe even more people following you, and even the sounds. So you know, as a business, you also need to be using sounds that you won't put you into trouble, like maybe issues with artists and all that. So when you switch your business, your profile to business profile, you will not have those issues like getting sued, you've used music of a certain artist and all that. So go for business profiles on all. So even on TikTok, go for business profile. If you're in fashion, use Pinterest, go for Pinterest pages and all that. Then once you've set up your platforms, you need to be consistent in how you're posting your content. So we always talk about consistency in whatever you are doing. Same case to social media platforms. If you, for instance, you have to choose a cadence of how you'll be posting. If I'll be posting, let's say if I'll be posting 5 times a week, you need to be consistent with that. So if you say you'll be posting every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so you have to be consistent with that. If you choose, maybe and for you to grow while you're starting, you have to post daily with social media platforms. You have to hack the algorithm, because there is what we call the organic reach and the paid reach. So the paid reach is where you've advertised, and the organic reach is where you've just posted content and it is growing, or it reaches more people. So for you to grow, to move from 2 followers, maybe your brother and sister and friends, to 1,000 followers, you need to be consistent. Use also paid ads to target or to grow your pages. And then if you get comments, if you get inquiries on those pages, you need to respond to those comments, respond to those inquiries, engage your followers, engage your community. So these people will become followers, and then they become your community, and at the end of it all, they'll convert. So maybe at that time they won't buy from you, but the more you post your products and all that. And then there is something with the social media platforms, is that also try as much as possible to provide content, or if you are selling a red coat, ensure it is the red coat size 12 and you indicate the price. So be very descriptive in how you are providing. Don't avoid telling people come to the DM, you will lose them. If I know some way, maybe we'll say the competitor and all that, but if you are straightforward, because right now you'll notice people have many pages, their competitors also selling. People don't have that time, the back and forth, DM for details and all that. If you are upfront with their payment, with your details, like I'm selling this red coat size 12 and this and this and this, the material is cotton and all that, you will even more likely to get customers as compared to someone who just posts something and disappears. And while you're doing that, nowadays there are AI tools, maybe a thing like Google Nano Banana. What you can do in some situation, maybe just have taken a coat like this one. So you want to sell this dress. What you can do, you can go to Nano Banana, tell it to create a model. So you can tell it create a model, maybe a lady. So based on your description, a middle-aged lady wearing, and then you add this coat, you upload this coat onto that Nano Banana, and it will come up with an image with a person dressed on this coat. So you can also post that instead of just plainly posting the coat, you can also have a model that is an AI model wearing this coat. So you can, and with the beauty of AI, you can give it description. You can tell it, I want somebody with the red hair. You want somebody with short hair. I want somebody with braids. I want somebody dark skin. I want somebody light. You can give it all those descriptions that you want, and it will do it for you. Also, there are other tools you can still explore and see what other tools can do that for you. Then go beyond just having followers. So you have to create a community, engage community within the social media platforms. And then as you create content for your social media platform, as an entrepreneur, if there is something that I would encourage you is to learn to use Canva. So Canva will save you a lot. So as you grow your business, or maybe as you're growing, you don't have all those resources to hire a designer, to hire a graphic designer. You don't have time to maybe a production and all that. So when you learn Canva, you can be even doing the basics yourself. Creating maybe an inspirational quote or maybe communicating. So having to learn Canva is very important. Also learn how to prompt. So there prompt on ChatGPT, not just going there and say, I want a social media post. No, you need to be very specific with these tools. So you have to tell it, I want a social media, not even social media post, be very specific. I want a Facebook post for my business, which is fashion. The name of the business, if you would wish, is this and this. I want to, it is on a Monday. I want, so maybe the theme is I want motivational or maybe engaging, or I want to talk about the product, and also ensure you have a CTA. CTA is what you call the call to action. So what do you want somebody to do after viewing your content? Maybe you want to buy, maybe you want them to comment and all that. Then with the social media platform, where we are heading also is that they're becoming more of community focused. You want to ensure that the people who are following you, your customers, the customers who already bought from you, maybe the prospects in future, you want to ensure that you are keeping them engaged with these social media platforms. So you have to post that kind of content, and also ensure that you are making use of reels, the shorts and all that. Basically, or essentially what I'm talking about is the short form video content that is vertical on these social media platforms. So this kind of content allows you to reach more people and to grow your business. So as you scale, it will reach more people. So again, depending on the industry in which you are or the niche that you are in, select the right social media platform, be consistent in those platforms, communicate to your customers in a way that is respectable, and also if you get negative comment, try as much as possible to arrest that solution, that problem. So if somebody is complaining about your product, so you have to respond to them, take them to the DM and ask them, what is the problem? Is it the size and all that? Also, you should, in such situation, if you're selling something that maybe you should have those, see if you can have the refund policy and all that, so that you can grow and make things easier for you. Then,
sorry,
yes,
I'm here again. My French women are crying. Please. We are pleading. We are pleading.
Oh, I'm so fast. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try as much as possible. I think I'm a fast talker, but I'll try.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the reminder. So, in this example that I have here is imagine someone doing a business, or maybe you have fast food, you have a restaurant, you are baking from home, you are selling queen cakes from home, you are making maybe recipes for people. So, using a platform like Instagram or TikTok allows you to create content that is visually appealing. So the images. So as you share the images, ensure the images are of high quality. So some of the basics that you would have to invest on as a women entrepreneur is having a good phone. So maybe advancing into a camera, it depends. But having a good phone is really important with a good camera that can take quality photos. If you want maybe then to resize the dimensions to the ones maybe for stories, or maybe the one for the feed, maybe the social media feed, you'll have to use Canva for you to resize. If you want to do videos, also always ensure you are taking videos in the vertical format for the reels, for the YouTube shorts, for TikTok. But if you are doing a longer form, you have to take it in this position. It has to be horizontal, because also social media platforms considers this, or has to look at, those are some of the things, the signals in ranking your content or showing people your content, the size or the dimension of your images and videos. So you also have to be consistent, high quality, use videos and all that, and then engage too with people. And then another way that you can grow, or another technology or that will help you grow your business, is using what we call Google Business Profile. So right now, just if you're on your phone, search for maybe a chemist, just maybe chemist near me. Probably you when you look at the right as you scroll, since it's mobile, you will more like see something like the one on the screenshot. So list of a map, or a map that comes up with listed chemists, or if you search for restaurants, you will see a list that has maybe with reviews and all that. If you are using desktop, or if you are on your laptop, you will notice there is a listing that will appear on the right side of your screen. So that is what we call the Google Business Profile. So what that business has done, they have gone to, if you just go to Google Business Profile, just search Google Business Profile later, it will take you to a place where you will set up an account, and it is totally free. So you want to list your business so that it will appear on the local searches. So if I'm searching, so if for instance, if I'm in Nairobi, so Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. So I'm in Nairobi and I want to search for maybe restaurants in this area. So if you go to Google search engine, it will list the business, the restaurants or the hotels that are near you at that moment. So that is the importance of Google Business My Profile. So it allows your business to be listed within where somebody is searching. If I'm traveling today, I remember at a time last year, for anyone who was there during the Pan-African Youth Conference in Algeria, I remember searching for restaurants. So I'm new to that country. It is Algeria. I'm new in that country. And then we're looking for places to eat, or maybe accommodation and all that. So we are from Kenya and we don't know where to search or where we were. So you search for places to stay or somewhere to stay within Oran, and the list could appear. So that is the benefit. So assuming someone comes to your town, somebody comes to Cote d'Ivoire and they want to search for somewhere to spend their place, or maybe a restaurant. If I come to Namibia, if I'm coming to South Africa, I don't know where to spend. Maybe I don't know the hotels, I don't know the restaurants, I don't know a chemist, and you are the one doing this business. So it is important for you to list your business. The first assignment, if you haven't done this, today, at the end of the day, it takes a few steps. You can check on YouTube the steps on how to do it. It is very simple, and it's the best way that you can be listed or appear, or people can discover you. So also for WhatsApp, another thing that is free is use WhatsApp for business rather than just using the normal WhatsApp that you are using for communication. So why WhatsApp for business? WhatsApp for business has a catalog. It allows you to add catalogs of what you are doing. You can even do ads when it's connected to what we call the Meta Business Suite. You can also be able to leave maybe those automated messages when you're away. So, and also it has the basic analytics on which can give you about your business. So if you're running a business right now and you're using WhatsApp, the normal WhatsApp, kindly I'd encourage you to switch to the WhatsApp for business, because even when somebody is contacting you, they can be able to check what you are selling and all that. Then with all this also is that you have to encourage your customers to be giving you reviews. Reviews acts as a good social proof. So social proof, like this business is legit, people have used this business. So if today I want to buy something, I'll first have to look at the reviews of this business. So if it is this salon, I'll have to look at the reviews. What are people saying? So if it was one-on-one, I'd have to check at, or I'll ask a friend, maybe Tina, what do you think of this salon? So they'll tell me their reviews. But with the digital platforms now, you have these reviews, but now in the digital platform. So ensure that you are encouraging your visitors to give you reviews. And then if you have offers on these platforms, also remember, Google Business Profile allows you to put posts like the way you do daily posts. So if you have offers, if you have discounts, tell your customers through WhatsApp, through the Google Business Profile. Another way is to have a mobile first website. Why not just a website? Is that you need, right now where we are, people are using mobile phones. If you look at the global statistics and even in Africa, people are using more of mobile phones rather than the laptops, tablets, and all that. So you want to ensure that your business also has a responsive website. So a responsive website in this context means if I go to IgniteHER website, how I view on the desktop and how I view it on mobile, it should adopt to the mobile format. So it should adopt the vertical format. So if I'm viewing it in mobile, it should be very easy to scroll on mobile. So same thing to your business. It should be very easy for your customers, users to view or to scroll through your website on mobile, or on if they're using tablets, or if they're using their laptops. So mobile first, we are in a mobile first world. So ensure that you build a website that is mobile first. So if you look at these examples here, this is an example of responsive website. So if you look at the hotel here, how it appears on the desktop is quite different. If you look at how one could view it from the tablet, it has responded to the format of the tablet. If you check it on mobile phone, it has responded to that. So the user experience becomes easier. People will have that good feeling when accessing your products on these platforms. They'll not move away and go to the competitor. Then have all your products on the website. Ensure the information is clear. Ensure the information also is accurate. If you're using social media, you tell us, for you to stay in my cottage is 10,000 per night. So, or maybe let me use dollars. If you tell us to stay in my cottage is $200, and then on social media, you tell us to stay on my cottage is $150, that will be miscommunication and people will not trust you. So you need to ensure the content also on your website and the content you're sharing on WhatsApp or Google Business Profile is the same. So ensure it is up to date. Also, you can also include what we call a contact form. So the contact form in this context is useful. Maybe you want to understand in situation, it's not a must, but you only have to collect necessary information. Maybe you want the customer to contact you later, or you want to contact them, so that you'll have to do that. And for you to get started when building a website, so there are tools like Wix, WordPress, Shopify, and all that. So in this context, maybe you don't have those skills, but you can hire someone to help you do that. So as you also build your website, you need to ensure you are telling the designer or the web developer, I need a website that is mobile first, or a website that is responsive, so that they can take that into consideration. Then also consider in situations where you are selling the products online, or you want people to order products from you, it's important for you to consider having an e-commerce platform. So an e-commerce platform in this context is a website where people can buy products from your website. So if you're selling lipstick, so if I go to, let's say, for instance, there is a platform called maybe for my name, let's say I'm selling lipstick, Eglin lipstick. So if I go to the website, I should be able to select different shades that I want and purchase from the online site. So even if you have a physical store, because we still have customers who would prefer having the physical store, coming to the physical store to purchase from you, right? That happens a lot, even here in Kenya, since things to do with the issues on maybe someone trusting, or maybe they have never purchased from you from the first time. They want something that they can feel, they can do all that. But it is an added advantage if you can have an e-commerce platform. If you don't have the budget for an e-commerce platform, use what we call the social commerce. So before even I talk about social commerce, you can still leverage the existing e-commerce platforms. So for instance, you can list your products or have your products sold on, let's say, Jumia, for if Jumia is available in your country. Here for us, there is what we call Kilimall. You can still use that. So in your country, which kind of e-commerce platforms allows you to sell products on their website? So you can consider that. Then also, you can still use what we call the social commerce. So social commerce is selling products on social media platform. So whereas maybe for us in Africa, we haven't maybe have directly be able to buy from the platform, placing the card and all that. But if you look at what TikTok is doing in other countries, and we hope they'll expand it here to Kenya, to Africa, there is what we call the TikTok shop. So that is where you will be, the users will just be able to buy your product right from the platform, and they place the payment and everything. But for now, where we are, you can still go live on TikTok, sell your products. I don't know in the other regions how we are doing, but here in Kenya, it's so impressive to see how women entrepreneurs, small scale businesses are using TikTok to sell their products. Somebody goes live, they're selling their products. I'm selling utensils. I have a utensil shop. There is a famous place, a marketplace called Kamukunji, or a place called Isli. So where they sell products, maybe you're selling duvets, you're selling kitchenware and all that. They go live telling the users, this is what I have, this is the kind of sufuria that I have, this is the kind of spoons that we have, and people can place orders. If you're on Facebook, there is what we call the kind of social commerce that is there is what we call marketplace. I don't know how many of you are on Facebook, but on your profile, you'll notice there is normally a home button, and then there is more of something like a shop at the button on top. So if you click on that button, there is something called marketplace. You can list your products. So check right now, if you're on Facebook, there is something there just at the top of your profile. So there is maybe the home button, and then there is the one for videos. There is then there is one called marketplace. So marketplace is where you can list your products. Not ideal for services, but you can sell your products. But on the other end, you can also use Instagram shops. If it's already available in your countries, there is what we call the Instagram shops. You can still be going live on this platform to be selling your product. So you just have to understand. Then that is the kind of e-commerce where we are. So if you have the budget, you can go create your own e-commerce platform using the WooCommerce and Shopify and all that, or use existing e-commerce platforms that allows you to sell products, or use social commerce. And then also, as you do that, so you also need to embrace digital payments. So what kind of digital payments are available in your country? So for us here in Kenya, if you are doing business without having M-Pesa, so the M-Pesa is the digital payments. So you have to integrate that. So again, consider in your country, what kind of digital payments can you integrate or can you accept? So because I'm sure we vary based on our different countries, we have different options. So look at the solutions that are available in your country, the ones that can be accepted. So I think even something that is quite impressive is there are some regions or there are some businesses that accept Bitcoin. So if also consider things like PayPal. So you just have to look at what are people using in your country, and then you accept those form of payments. Because at times the thing could be, I've liked whatever you are selling, but now the form of payment is quite a challenge. So, and as you do this, ensure that you keep the details. If it is the e-commerce, and you integrate all those kind of digital payments, ensure that also the customer's data is safe. Then also, as you progress as a women entrepreneur, is also you need to ensure now you are trying to use tools for productivity and marketing. Where we are right now, we have the chatbots. So the LLMs, language learning models. We have the ChatGPT. We have Gemini. We have Cloud. We have Perplexity. We have Grok if you are on X. So how are you using these platforms? Well, I know the dilemma where we are right now is we want to ensure that we are humanizing the content as well as automating the repetitive task or making our work easier when we are creating maybe captions, maybe creating articles or blogs or product descriptions for our products. So it's important that you ensure that you are using these tools, the likes of the ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, whichever that you prefer. Because when we talk about the best, the word the best would be relative depending on how someone prefers. So for my case, I would prefer going for maybe Cloud in some different areas. I'll go for ChatGPT in some things. I'll go for Gemini in researching, and then maybe ChatGPT for captioning. So Cloud in going for maybe long form post kind of content. So Writing email shouldn't be a stress. We shouldn't be seeing you as a woman entrepreneur in this time and age having typos in your emails, having maybe the tone is off in your emails. You can just tell the ChatGPT, you can tell the cloud, I need to be polite, or I need to a campaign awareness or something like that. Product description, how can I describe my product in a way that my users can understand? In fact, you can even be playful. If, for instance, you are selling maybe some food, hair food, so you can go to those platforms, upload your product, and maybe give it a setting. So maybe place it, maybe you want it to be placed on a table, you want it to be placed on a white surface and all that. So that even when you're uploading, you get better, the output will be better even when you're posting on your social media platform. Also, the description will be correct. And then also, when it comes to AI tools and productivity, you can also use these tools apart from writing emails, writing social media captions. You can also use these tools to come up with scripts. So maybe you want to do short form video content and you don't have a script, you don't have a plan. You can also tell it to give you a plan. The task now is to learn how to prompt. In this day, age, and era, you need to know the right prompting skills. So there is a new word terminology, prompting skill. So that is what you should be knowing. And then another thing, so I've talked before about Canva. So in Canva, the design tool, there is what we call AI Canva. So if you want to add visuals, so for instance, I wanted to add an automated robot onto this presentation. So I'm now presenting from Canva. So also in your presentation, in your pitches, Canva also comes in as an entrepreneur. So if you want to pitch somewhere, an easy way to come up with a presentation is using Canva. Also, there is what we call Gamma AI. So Gamma AI is also good, although Gamma will limit you to 10 slides, but it is very easy. So at the end of the day, go to Gamma AI, sign in and tell it, I want a presentation, let's say on something. It will come up with a presentation. So it is very good on that. So Canva and all that. Then you also have the Notion, what we call Notion, that can help you track the business operations. Then within the AI analytics, so right now, things to do with Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, it also uses the element of AI to give you better analytics. And then when it comes also to productivity, when marketing your products, you also want to ensure that you are automating your ads. So under Meta, so when I talk about Meta, I'm talking again about Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads. Those are the products that belongs to the company Facebook or Mark Zuckerberg. So if any one of you here uses a Meta Business Suite or is running ads on Instagram or Facebook, you will notice that nowadays there is what we call dynamic creative or Meta Advantage. So it uses AI to understand what is the right caption, what other captions can I give you, what copies will work better, optimizing your bidding strategies. So how much you will spend on the ads. So it's important for you to learn that. Then also, as you do your business, you are growing, and I'm hoping your business really grows and it continues growing. Is you'll be able, you already have teams. You have a team of 3, you have a team of 2, you have a team of 5, you have a team of 10, and all that. So you need also to be a smart entrepreneur. Ensure that you are using collaboration and productivity tools so that it can improve your communications. So besides maybe you normally use the phone calls, maybe you normally use WhatsApp groups and all that, you can also make use of other collaborative tools like Slack. So personally for our business, we use Slack. There is what we call Trello, Notion, Google Workspace, Asana. So it depends. So in whatever tool that you're going to choose. So for our business, for us as a team, we are a team of 6 and we use Slack in our day-to-day communications. So we still have the WhatsApp channel, WhatsApp group, yes. But for situations, maybe someone doesn't want to use WhatsApp and all that, we'll still be using Slack to communicate, to assign tasks and all that. And then also it's important, where we are now is for you to store your documents very well. So all those pictures, all those product descriptions, anything that you are doing, ensure that you are collaborating in the document. You can be using Canva to collaborate. You can be using the Google Workspace to collaborate, where you can invite someone to edit and do all that, so that even in your presentation and analytics and everything, that you will look organized and everybody will be at par on what you are doing as a business. So having to know if my task this week, since I'm concerned, my role is on marketing, so I'll need to know the content plan. So there is what we call the content plan in marketing. So where you need to know what kind of content will you be posting this week. So I need to put in to ensure that if I need analytics, or let's say this week we were analyzing how, for instance, Ozempic is being used, or the discussion around the Ozempic drug. So that is someone, I've assigned someone. They are already working on the task. So my work is to ensure I have all those information, so that if I come now to the tool, we'll be able, so they will be collaborating using Canva, and then later, so we assigned each other, then come later to the Canva, and then collaborate what is the title, okay, is the editing and all that before we publish. So that is the kind of the thing that these collaboration and productivity tools does for you. And then it becomes easier, even if someone is not in the office, or in most you will find maybe as a business, as you are growing, you are working remotely. So people are indifferent. So you embrace tools like Google Meet. You have to use a Zoom. So if you prefer in some situations, maybe a quick fix that you want, WhatsApp nowadays has video calls, group calls, group chats. So you can also use that. But you want to sound more professionals and keep things organized. So you would prefer going for maybe Google Meet, Zoom, depending on which one you want to choose. So as you grow your business also, you want to ensure that you are using tools that keeps tracks of your leads, who are your potential customers, who have made inquiries about your business, what action needs to be taken. You want to do follow-ups. What stage of communication are you in? So you have to use tools known as customer relationship management. So there are tools like HubSpot, which is very popular. There is Zoho, there is Monday, there is Salesforce and all that. So you just have to sign up on those platforms. In most cases, they won't be free, but you have to pay for something. But now at this point of process, it will enable you to automate your business, so that you know, if let's say I'm following up on this client, they told me, let's discuss on Tuesday, so that you can we can move to the next step. So you have to add. So you'll have to place that this action, the action that needs to be taken is a follow-up. You need to be doing reminders, sending email reminders and all that. So it helps you to manage your business better and keep track of your leads. Then also we have, as an entrepreneur, you want also, since you are doing business, you are receiving money, you are transacting and all that. You have expenses, you have revenue, and you have to know their profits and all that. So in some situations, as you are growing, you have taxes to file. So in some situations, in this case, maybe you'll have to work with a freelance accountant. But also maybe as a team, your business is growing, you've hired an accountant, which is very important. So there are tools that will help you to keep track of your finances and all your accounting, so that at the end of it all, the government doesn't have to look for you as a business that you are not filing tax. You want to also ensure that you understand how you are spending the expenditure of your business or monitor the cash flow. So you also have to use financial tools. Don't just be writing it in a paper and all that. So you also need to use tools, for accounting and financial tools, to make you understand. You'll also be, when you use these tools, you'll be able to understand in Q3, how did we perform? In Q2, how did we perform? Is our business growing or not? And then also there is now what we call social listening and media monitoring. So at the basic level of it, there is what we call the Google Alerts. So Google Alerts are free. It's totally free. So when you just search Google Alerts, you go there, you sign in. And once you sign into Google Alerts, it allows you to keep track of certain keywords. So for instance, you want to keep track of your business. So let's say I had somebody, there is somebody doing, is it, I don't know if it's the name of your business, M&M is the name of the business or your business. So let's say the business is M&M. So you want to keep track. So it will allow you to add keywords. So you want to keep track of the word M&M. So for our case, maybe you want to keep track of brand Moran, or even you as an entrepreneur, maybe your name is bigger. So you want to keep track of your name. So Chinedu or something. So you want to keep track of your name. So for my case, in my situation, I normally get alerts of daily of my mentions, where I'm being mentioned on social media, where I'm being mentioned on the web. If there is an article that has cited me, for instance, because I post a lot on X and I post on LinkedIn, if there is somewhere that I've been mentioned, I'll get an alert. If there is a blog that has mentioned my article, my content, I'll get an alert. So that is the same thing that you should be doing. Set up Google Alerts. So set up Google Alerts for the name of your business. Set up Google Alerts for the industry. Maybe you want to be keeping track of what is happening if you are in the air, if you are in the hotel, if you're in the manufacturing industry. So all the keywords within your industry, and also your name as a brand. So your name, you also need to know what are people talking about you. So it helps you keep the reputation. So in case of any crisis, you are able to arrest it earlier. So besides that, you also need to be manually or just going through your social media platform, seeing who has tagged you in the mentions within your social media platform. What you can even go basically to X, a platform like X, search for your brand or something, and try to see what are the people's their mentions and all that. But since that's a complicated way, there are tools that helps you to automate these processes. So for instance, for us, that is what we do as a business. We created the solution called Brand Moran to be able to be tracking for brands. So media monitoring and social listening. At the end of it all, so brands will be coming to us. I want to see what is happening within. So for instance, we have a client within the health space in Kenya. So they want to see the discussions around what is happening within the health sector. So what are people talking about health? What are people talking about hospitals? What are people talking about the insurance cover in Kenya? So we give them daily reports. This is what is happening, and also giving them recommendation. Besides that, there are other tools like Talkwalker. There is what we call Brand 24. There is also Meltwater. There is also Hootsuite, which can also be a social media management tool, and there is one also called Sprout Social. You can use it to publish content and also manage your brand and monitor to see what is happening around that. As I had to conclude my presentation, is to let you know, as an entrepreneur, if there is something that you need to tap into, is the data that you are getting. So first, there is the social, since you're already establishing your presence, or the technologies that you're using is at the basic level of it is the social media platform. So I'm sure if you're already using social media platform, there is what we call the insights or the analytics, where it gives you why is this post performing this way, or which post performed well. So for instance, if you had published a video and it got more likes. Try to analyze that video. Is it the effects? Is it the communication? Is it the message? Why is it getting more replies? Why is it getting more shares and all that? So those are the metrics that you should be measuring. So if it is the website, you want to know. So using the Google Analytics, so you want to know the traffic sources. So in this case, traffic sources could be how people are coming to your website, the e-commerce website, the lead gen website, or your portfolio website. So it could be through one, the Google. So maybe somebody searched on Google and they landed, they found you're creating content and your website appears at the top. So they visited your website. The traffic could be coming from a link, maybe it was shared within the groups and all that, or the traffic could be coming from social media platforms. So it will be able to show you. And then nowadays, there is something that is very key, is that the traffic could be coming from the LLMs. So it could be coming from ChatGPT, it could be coming from Gemini. So if you have written good content on your website, or if you are using, you've written good content, these chatbots can also cite your website as source of information, so credibility. So I'm sure if you're using ChatGPT, if you're using Gemini, if you're using Copilots, you'll notice that it will normally give you the sources or whatever information you're looking for, and also place a link that with the source of the content that they got. Also, you'll be able to know if this content is coming from forums. So forums right now, such as Reddit, we have Quora. There is a forum called Quora, and maybe also in your local area or in your country, there is a forum that is performing better. So it's important, this information is important so that you know where should we put more focus. If the traffic is coming from social media, we should be doing more, putting more focus on the social. And also you want people to, with Google Analytics, you'll be able to see the pages or the products that are selling more within the website. Besides your analytics or the e-commerce analytics, you'll also be seeing how are people coming to your website. They came to the homepage, they went to the products, or maybe they went to the services, or maybe they went for the watches, or maybe they went for the air food, or maybe they went to the skincare, or maybe if you are doing agricultural, you're selling agricultural products, they came for this, they want for the one for the animals, they want crop pest and all that. So it is very important for you to integrate Google Analytics. So if you have a website, ensure that the first key thing to do is integrate Google Analytics, because it will give you data and more insights. It will also tell you the traffic sources. Are people coming from Kenya? Are people coming from Nigeria? Is it from Mali? Is it from Chad and all that? So it is very important for you to have that. Also their behaviors, how are they spending? Is it 1 minute, 2 minutes on the website? So you also, that analytics will give you, if it is an e-commerce, you'll be able to know, if you're using e-commerce platforms, you'll also be able to know the products that are selling and all that. Then also have the customer feedback. Remember I had talked about the reviews, but also customer feedback is very important. You can doing polls or have a form where they can just give a review or give you a feedback. Sometimes it could be through the emails. You can send out surveys and all that, or even doing just a mere call. How was our products and all that? So don't do guesswork at this point with the technologies. In every technology that you're using, you will have access to data. So it's very important. Don't use guesswork. Be it the content, be it understanding your business, be it understanding the markets, you can still do research. And then one of the last thing that I'll also add is, as you do all this, you're transitioning or you're using technologies, there is one thing, you want to ensure that you comply with the data privacy policies within your country and all that. So for us here in Kenya, we have what we call the Data Protection Act. So where it stipulates on things to do with why are you collecting data from these clients. So if you are doing business, so you have to tell the customer why you are collecting their data, how you'll be using their data, how you'll be storing their data, and for how long. So those are some of the things that businesses here are trying to comply. So in some situations, if you are doing business beyond Africa, you need, maybe if you are doing in Europe, you also need to understand they have what we call the GDPR. So that even when you are running ads, you'll need to know that right now, for you, if you are doing maybe things to do with social issues or maybe elections, those kind of ads are not allowed in that region. So even when you are targeting, you need to ensure you are not doing those kind of ads. So you have to understand your market if you're selling within that region, understand the laws and all that, and then also ensuring that you keep your business secure. So we have hackers. I'm sure you've had situation where businesses' websites go down, their social media platforms go down. So also as a smart entrepreneur, you need to ensure that you protect your social media platforms, you protect your websites, you protect your business. If you are using the digital payments, you ensure that in whatever you are building, the customer's data is secure. So for the basics, when it comes to your social media platform, always activate, use strong passwords, activate the 2FA, the two-factor authentication, so that if somebody logs into your to your Instagram account or your website, you'll get a notification. Is it you or someone else? So those are some of the basics that you need to be doing. Also back up the content of your website and all that. So if you are working with a web developer, those are some of the things that you need to be doing. So, and try as much as possible as an entrepreneur, don't click on links that may compromise your business. So that is it when it comes to technologies that you can use. I'm sure there are more that you can still use, but these are the basics and the essentials that you need to be using right now. So the framework that I want you to do, or the thing that you have to do as a key takeaway, is before you invest in any technology, or before you integrate any of these digital tools, is you have to have a smart goal. So what do you want to do on these platforms, or what do you want to do with these technologies? Also, you need to understand your target audience. Remember when I talked about target audience on social media? So you have to understand who are your target audience, which platforms, which technologies are available and are ideal for this context. Then choose 2 to 3 tools that you can use, or maybe if you're going from the social media platforms, or just you have to select which one are we going for first before we expand. Remember, I started by saying start small as you scale. Also, as a business, it's not easy. It's not something that you're starting today, everything works well and you are blowing up. So then create a routine. So you dedicate your time. Also try to understand these tools. How best can you make time from these tools and technologies? How best can you improve? And then always the data, again, you have to measure and adjust. Is it worth it? Is this tool that we went for, or is this technology that we are using working for us or not? So you should be able sometimes to retire and say, it's not working for us. It's okay. Instagram is not working for my business. Facebook is not working. This tool, this email tool is not working for me. This platform is not working for me. Let's try something else. So part of my key takeaways when it comes to technology is your digital journey begins today. So if you're still thinking of if you want to scale or if you want to use the tools, don't be afraid. These tools are there to make your daily work easier. So technology and AI aren't replacing your expertise. They are about to amplify it. So take an AI tool. Don't treat an AI tool as your replacement, but your assistant. So, and we always say AI will replace people who aren't embracing these tools. So make it be your companion. Ensure you are learning these tools and ensure that you are maximizing them in a way that you are still authentic. So again, your creativity, your relationship, your unique value remains at the heart of your business. So in whatever you are doing, besides using technology, you still have to be authentic, you still have to be genuine, you still have to maintain that creativity and relationship with your business. So my key takeaway finally is start small, stay consistent, and keep learning. So as an entrepreneur, you have to be open-minded. There are tools that will come. In fact, another thing that when it comes to learning is that your customers will teach you on what you want, on what they want them to do. So you are building for your customers. So you have to keep learning. And then the digital tools will help you serve you and not the other way around. So as a woman, as an entrepreneur, you are capable, you are ready, and you are not alone in this journey. So thank you so much for listening. Sorry for my French community. I'm a fast speaker, but I've really tried my best to go slow on this presentation. Thank you so much. I wish you well in your businesses. I want to see your businesses grow. I want to hear somebody doing this after attending the IgniteHER. They have learned something beautiful from this. It's that grit that you have in business. Don't give up. And challenges are there. So challenges are there, but you have to embrace them and have a good mindset. So thank you so much. And at this point, I'll have to take the questions.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing, very packed. We have learned a lot. Like you touched everywhere, AI, website, social media, all the things that could be touched. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, or fortunately, because we learned a lot, so I'm not going to say unfortunately, we are way behind time. So I'm going to take, I can no longer see Eglin again. Eglin, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because we can't
Yes,
see you.
yes.
So I'm going to take, okay, I'm going to take just 2 questions. Let me see the best 2 questions I have. Okay, so I'm going to take one for French people and one for the English people. That way, we are all represented. So for the French person, she has asked, this is Angeline, she has asked, what can she do to ensure that her customers become repeat clients and they keep coming over and over again? Did you hear me?
Yes. I have heard you. So she's talking about having repeat customers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Angeline. I don't know what kind of business that you are doing, but it's always our goal to ensure that we want to retain these customers. So there is what we call, of course, you have to ensure that you are selling a quality product. Yes, so your product needs to be a quality. You also have to ensure that you are upselling them. So once you've sold to your client, you need again to be upselling them. Also, you have to put those that message. So you have to be putting those message across. You want to be giving them offers. You want to follow up and see how they're using their product. Was it useful and all that? Also, the messaging that you are putting across. They'll have, once they see that kind of content, they'll be able to re-engage again and again, and they'll most likely come back to your product. So if your product is good, people will definitely come back to you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for that response. I really like that. For people that are asking if you can reach out to her later, please, yes, you can check her out on social media platforms. The moderators will put the link. You can also follow her business, and she helps consults for business entrepreneurs, so you can reach out to her. The last question I'm going to take is, someone is asking that you have advised them to use payment systems, that boy, for countries, this particular person is in South Sudan, for countries where they do not have and that they don't have a wide market reach. How should they implement that? So her direct question is, in South Sudan, they do not have a lot of payment systems. So how can she manage that for her business?
Well, okay. Thank you for that. When it comes to businesses, you have to understand how the business or the business environment works. So you don't really have to stretch and try to reinvent things that aren't working, but just try to ensure that you are in line with what is working in your country. So for instance, if it is the cash that is working, people prefer cash. That would be ideal, something they know. So business again, when you're doing business, you need to understand that you are trying to work with what works for your clients. So as things progress, I'm sure over time things will work out for you. But now for this situation, you just have to comply with what's working for you. What do your customers understand, or what options do you have in your country? Again, the key thing is understanding the options that are key in your country. But if you are scaling your business beyond Sudan, is when now you can integrate. If you have, let's say, outside Sudan, so you have to have those options: PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, and all that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ladies, I'm sure that you have learned a lot. After this session, you cannot say that, oh, I don't know how to start my digital marketing. I don't know what to do on social media. I don't have sales. There's no visibility. You cannot say any of such things again, because she has taken her time. It's been a very interesting and rich session. She has shared quite a lot. Thank you so much, again. Thank you for the knowledge. We hope to have you again, even if not for the conference, maybe on. We do have webinars from time to time, and you have such wealth of knowledge. We would really like to have you again. We are happy all the way from different parts of Africa and the world. Thank you for having us. To have a blessed day ahead. Bye-bye. So our ladies are sending you love emojis and so many.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Iglin somewhere. Bye.
Yeah, please, you can follow her on LinkedIn at Iglin somewhere, the name. Let me try to spell it in the comment section. So all of you, Iglin. I hope I spelled that correctly. It's FAMO, right?
Yes, I've typed there. Yeah.
Okay, she has typed the correct one. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies, we are going to the next part. And this part also promises freebies, because at the end of it, when you come back to do your summaries and all, we are going to still share some stuff. Please remember to follow our sponsors: Virtual Pass, Tresor, Smile Concept, Baobab Swells, Nosa Stars, King Gourmet, Maison Yusuf, and Mazin. And also, it's very important that you go on social media. I went on social media during this class, and I'm still seeing 11 likes, 2 comments. We do not do that here. So please go and like the everything IgniteHER we've been doing, the posts we've been creating. It's not easy to be running a conference and still creating content at the same time, but we are doing it so that you all have everything you need, right? So as the team is churning such quality content, also help to like and comment and follow and do all the necessary things. Finally, before we go into the breakout sessions, please let's remember that to register for the Mansa, or to register to the Mansa platform, you get access to buyers from different parts of the world. You get access to sponsors and investors. So please ensure, if you're yet to sign up, please sign up. When we get to a particular number, we are going to also give gifts. There are gifts to be won. There are e-grants. Please remember, I said when we get to. In fact, before you say Chinelo said that you will give us e-grants. Where are the grants? Don't say what I did not say. Anywho, now we are going to be going into breakout sessions. There's another ladies or moderators, please have the Mansa link. They have still not signed up. Please have the Mansa link. So next is we have a breakout session. This is where you all will be talking. This is where your voice will be heard. There is no speaker. There is no Chinelo. There is nobody. It's just you guys, right? The links are going to be put in the session. You're meant to go there. There are different groups. Hold on. Let me see if my colleague will come up to introduce this. Give me a second. Give me a quick second, please. Yeah, we're going to have different workshop sessions depending on your needs. And you're meant to join the one. So you're not meant to join all of them. You're meant to just join one that you feel that resonates with you. And when you get on there, right, you're going to now speak. You mute your mic, mute your video, and speak and relate. So right now, I'm going to tell you the different classes we have, and the links are going to be pasted. It's not happening here. It's not happening on Zoom. We are going to do that on Google Meet. Someone said no sound. Can anybody hear me? Can I be heard?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Please proceed.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to call the name of the different workshops, and then the moderators will post the link and you can join. So we have managing burnout. Sorry, give me a second. Let me have my colleague, or not my colleague, let me have Christiana. Yeah, Christiana is her name. She's going to come up and introduce this section. So Christiana, are you there? Can you come up now?
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm here. Good still morning. Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm sure you've enjoyed the session so far. All right, so now we are moving on to the next segment, and this is going to be a breakout session. We are having 4 different topics, and you are going to choose the one that resonates with you. So you'll be joining any of the session that you think is relevant to you, right? So the first group will be managing burnout, how to lead, build, and still take care of you. All right. So in this time where we have many of us entrepreneurs, content people, everybody is busy trying to make out, to give out impact. Everyone is hustling and thinking of how to grow. Many people are carried away by the projects they are handling, by their visions, by their goals, and they do not find time to plan. So you are going to be having this session to learn how to manage burnout, how to lead, build, and still take care of yourself. All right, so that's one session. That's one session. The second one, and the speaker for this session is Deborah Champ Jumbo. The second session will be owning your voice, building confidence as a woman in business. So in this session, you're going to be learning how to be confident. You're going to be learning how to, own your voice, speak for yourself as a businesswoman, to stand out from the crowd. So we have that particular, session. You would either join the first one or join the second one or join the third or the fourth. So in this particular group, we are having the speaker to be Atosemi Oma. The third breakout session is on the topic digital tools for women founders, working smarter, not harder. So thank God for this AI session we just concluded with Eaglin, talking about leveraging technology and AI to grow and scale, right? So this is just going to be more or less like a practical session for you. So all the things you just learned from Eaglin session, you're going to, get more of that in this particular session that will be talking on digital tools for women founders, working smarter and not just working hard. So the fourth breakout session group is on the topic, the power of personal branding, making you the face of your business. And of course, this is highlighting how you do branding, basically. So the speaker for digital tool is Mazolu Sizowenkosi. Pardon me if I murdered the pronunciation of that name. So the fourth session will be handled by Lorato Mochabange. Okay, so the moderators will help us now with the links. The links will be in the chat box. So you choose either of these topics, any of the three that suits you. Okay. So
Please,
when you are
Priscilla,
done,
sorry for
sorry.
continuing off. Please also remember the French workshop. So there's a community for the French. There's a room for the French community also. Just announce
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. There's also a room for the French community. So our French people, you have a room for yourself. You can also join that room. And don't forget, Impactor is kind and very generous. So we're going to be giving out goodies to as many, let me not just say as many, to some of you who will be able to give us feedback when you're done with this session. So when you're done with the session, you're going to be telling us what you've learned, and you summarize the breakout session for me. Anybody that does that very well, we are definitely going to be giving out freebies to you. So the breakout session should start in the next 2 to 3 minutes. So find the group you want to join from the chat box. The links are there right now. And you are free to join either of the 4 workshop group. Thank you very much. Someone is saying I'm only seeing French. The English class is also there. Great. Confirm you are able to get the link and you've been able to join. Give me an emoji. Okay, great. Someone says yes. So give me an emoji if you're able to join the group. All right. Someone says, I joined already. Great, 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 great. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So starting at exactly 11:45, and the session is going to last for about 1 hour. Great, great, great. Someone says, I am in the meeting. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're welcome. Someone says, Susan says, I also joined. Thank you. Lillian says, I can't join. Lillian, we have 4 different groups, so pick anyone that resonates with you. Please, can we have the link shared on the WhatsApp group so that those who can't pick it on the chat box session segment here can pick it from the WhatsApp group. Let's also share. Moderators, please share the link on the various WhatsApp group. No, the groups have actually open to all, so you shouldn't be waiting for someone to let you in. Somebody says group 2 isn't yet opened. I think we'll sort that out. Don't worry. There's no WhatsApp group. It's just a Google link, right? You need to have Google on your device to be able to join the group. So It's not a WhatsApp group, it's a Google Meet link. Thank you. Moderators, please let's check on the groups. Some people are saying they are not being allowed to join, and I don't think that is the case because the groups are actually open to all. Yes, we've shared the Google link multiple times. Just scroll up, you'll see the link. We've shared it multiple times here. So just scroll up, you'll see the link. Nkiruka. Just hold on. Blessing Oforo says, I'm told I need to be let in. Just hold on. The groups are free to join. You are not to be let in. It's open to all. Okay. Our moderators are there. There shouldn't be any itch as to joining, so you should be able to join easily. Moderator to group 2, help participants who want to join the group. Okay.